Hello my lovelies! Today we are doing a braided faux hawk. This is very loosely based on the hairstyle in the first episode of The Watchmen, sported by Regina King. Very loosely based because, you know, I've got white girl hair. So, loosely based. But that's where I got the idea, and then this is the hairstyle we are gonna do. So all you need to know how to do for this one is make a ponytail, make an English braid, and pin. That's it. Very simple to date, guys. So I have started the first step, but I just wanted, you know, to break it down nice and easy for you. So what we need to do is make 3 ponytails going vertically down the back of our head. So I already have mine split into 3 because as I ponytail this, I am starting from the bottom. Why? So we don't end up with really hard parts on the sides. Because what we're going to do is I'm going to ponytail this, and then I'll ponytail the next one, and when I ponytail, I'll make sure that the side hair covers this. So I'll make the ponytail in such a way all the way up. So what I'm going to do now is actually make all my ponytails, braid all those ponytails, because I don't need to show you guys how to do that. And then we'll be back for the pinning, which is what you actually need to see. So let me do the dirty work, the busy work, the time-consuming work, and I'll be right back with you. Alrighty, dolls, we are back and all the busy work is done. Grab my mirror so I can stay in frame with y'all. So yes, we have 3 ponytails, 3 braids. Ta-da! Now we combine things. So I am going to use Amish pins. For this, you can use whatever pins you like to use. So first off, we are going to start with the center braid. Okay, so what we're going to do with this one, let me shake some pins out to make this a little easier for me. You see we do have our ponytail holders. Now, I did try this without ponytailing first and just doing 3 braids, and it worked, but it didn't feel super secure without having those ponytail holders. But if you don't want to do ponytail holders, then don't. You can still kind of get this look. You're just going to use a lot more pins. And you guys know how I feel about pins. They are not my... I try to use the least amount of pins possible. So with the second one, we're actually going to go up over the top of this one because we are going to hide all of the ponytail holders with our center braid. So I'm just going to show you how to pin this so it's, I don't know, it's most comfortable for me. I just pin right underneath the ponytail holders, which my fine hair girls might also like. It gives a little extra structure. So we went over that. We're going to go underneath that top one, go around to this one in the middle. Did I miss the middle? Hold on. One. Oh, here it is. Okay. Go around our middle one, which is, of course, the one we're working on. We're going to put a pin right there because, you know, we don't want our middle ponytail holder to, you know, just be there. So underneath that. And then we're going to lace it back the other way. Am I in the center? Guys, I'm probably to the side. No, I'm doing okay. Okay. And then we're going to come around the bottom ponytail holder. Another pin there. Underneath it. Out the other side. And then as we come back up, it's kind of like a figure 8. So we're going to be back on this side of the center ponytail holder. And then figure 8 it back up and around the front. So that one, the pin is actually sticking out of that side, so I'm not even going to repin that. And I'm just going to bring it around the front. And this I'm going to do a little more loosely and then just put our center back. This. We're just going to sort of tuck it underneath here, like so. Just, you know, hide the end, basically, and pin that down. Now the ends I'm going to pin down with my shorties. The shorter new pins, because it's just the end, so it should be fine. All right, so that was our center. We still have 2 more to go. So next I'm going to use the top one, because I want to save this one for last, because it's all my pretty colors. Because that's just the way it is. All right, so since we have this one up top, I am going to go to the right of this and pin from this direction. I guess it's left for me, right for you. All right, and then around this, kind of snake this around, add another pin. Now, like I said, when I did this with just braids and no ponytail holders, I was having to pin 2 to 3 per kind of wrap, just because I was having issues because I didn't have any anchoring points, as it were. So I liked using the ponytail holders because they just seem to work better for me. And then up around the top. I know my bangs are sticking up a little funky. Maybe I can tuck them right there. And back down. And then basically we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to take this around the outside, underneath this, shove this underneath all of this on the side, pin it down, as such. And now we are left just the bottom. So I'm going to take a look, because I haven't even looked yet. You guys got to see it, but I didn't. So I'm going to look in the mirror. Very good. All right, so we see that it's larger on top, smaller on the bottom, but we have like a little figure 8 thing going. So this is how I'm assembling this. You can weave your braids whichever way you think is going to look the best for you. The bottom of this looks really good. So now I have to figure out how exactly I want this to go around. I may just want to go around the outside. No, I don't like that. So I am actually going to bring it up this way and continue sort of this figure 8 pattern, because that's what I'm digging so far. Yeah. So let me finish pinning the rest of this up. I'm still doing kind of a figure 8, but since this is my color, I'm going to try and make it look a little bit more intricate for this part, for myself, just so it looks a little more balanced, but it's going to require me looking in the mirror a lot. So I will be back after we are all pinned. So see you in a sec. Alrighty dolls, we are all done. I decided to really lean hard into the figure 8 pattern. Let me make sure. There we go. So you see, I really went for the woven around sort of figure 8 thing. I will say, when you're manipulating those, really trying to do circles and stuff with braids, these little ones are great. If you're doing like braids on top of a bun or what have you, these really help, because you can use, you know, a few and you just pin them straight down into the buns underneath. So they do a really good job of just holding things where you want them to go if you want to be a little bit more precise. So this is it. This is our braided faux hawk. You might say it doesn't really look like a mohawk, but it sort of is. It depends. Like if you started it way up here, you can do that. But that's what it's based on. It's just that, You know, if I'd have done 4 or 5, maybe I could have gotten it skinnier, but this is super comfortable, and this is what we're going with. Besides, Regina's kind of look like this too. I just name things when I name them, whatever. But any hoodles, here you go. The only thing that I am bummed at is that I didn't get this quite as, like this side I got pretty good. You can't see the part line as much. This one you can see it a little bit. It's not a big deal. It's just my personal preference, but whatever. But this is a very sturdy hairstyle. Woo! It's not gonna move. It's pretty cemented. Because we have 3 ponytail holders as bases, this style, super comfortable because we have really good weight dispersion. Now, when you make yours, think about the sweet spot on your head. My sweet spot is where this top bun is, right? This is my sweet spot. This is the spot that doesn't hurt, right? Maybe your sweet spot will be where your lower bun is. So if that is so, you may want to configure yours in such a way that this ends up being the widest part of this hairstyle, or maybe it's wherever your center ponytail is located. Maybe that will end up being the widest part of this hairstyle. Mine is up here because this is where I know is the most comfortable for me, so it ends up being the biggest of the buns. But yeah, I just went back and forth all figure 80. I tried this both with 2 buns, or 2 ponytails and 3. I liked it with 3 more because I felt like I was able to do a cooler weave instead of just with 2, because 2 is literally just a figure 8. And I know there's a figure 8 on top, but I would argue that underneath this looks much more complicated than it actually is, which you know is my favorite thing. But yeah, that's it. This is an undecorated hairstyle because last month we did the decorated Cinnabon as our hair challenge for January. For February, this is your hair challenge, a braided faux hawk. You don't necessarily have to do it just like I did here, but this is what we're doing. And mine is undecorated because my girls are either super decorated and tacky like me, or I don't really want any decorations. I like things simple and sweet. And I appreciate all of you. So this one is barren. There are no sparkles, there are no flowers. Of course you can add all that stuff if you want to. Absolutely put all that stuff on there because you know that's the way I would want to shove stuff on both sides of this, because why not? But you don't have to, and I just want to show that just with the braiding itself, you can make it look lovely and intricate and super cool without adding all the frou-frou that I love to add, which is a thing. But I'm going to put on my earrings because I can, because I have to take some pictures. So yeah, that's it for me today. I hope that you have a great weekend. And yeah, I'm glad we are back in the swing of things. It makes me feel better. Alrighty, don't forget this month that this is our hairstyle of the month, and if you would like to participate either on Twitter or Instagram, just use the hashtag #TorrensLovelies, or just at me. I'll see that as well. That way I can screenshot you and you'll be included in the montage, because we love a montage here. All right, have a great weekend. I love you guys. Be good at it. I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.